Welcome to Facts and Technology. And we were just listening to our new theme song, and it's called Dingoes Grooved My Baby by a band named, a band named Flopsy. Well, wasn't that something? But anyway, today, speaking of music, we're going to be talking about the iPod Shuffle. Yes, an iPod that clips onto your shirt, your pocket, your sleeves. You'll probably make it a watch if you put a watch band on it. I haven't tried that yet. Anyway, I think this is actually a pretty good little device for podcasts. And Apple's trying their best to try to not make it a very good device for podcasts, but with a little bit of perseverance, it's not so bad. And let me explain. Okay, first of all, there's no screen, right? No screen. Look inside, no, nothing, right? And that's not so bad for a podcast when you think about it, because let's say you have a couple hour-long ones on there, right? Well, okay, it's bad for this particular podcast because it's a video podcast and there's no screen. Okay, granted. But if you're just into audio podcasts, and let's say they're an hour, well, let's say they're half an hour long, right? You got a couple of half-hour, podcasts on there. You don't really need the screen. It's like you push play, like, oh, that's not the one I want. Push next, that's the one, and then you're listening for the next half hour. And the beautiful part, of course, of this being an iPod is that there are bookmarks. So I tried a few other MP3 players like the RCA Lyra brand, a few others, and there's no bookmarking. So what does that mean? It means you listen to 15 minutes in and you have to push pause or stop or whatever, and you leave it for an hour and you come back and you're like, I'm finished with whatever it is I have to do. Let me finish off this podcast. Push play, and what does it do? It starts at the beginning. What good is that? It's not good. What was that? Anyway, so you're pushing play on this little guy, and you're back to where you began. And even more amazingly, actually, I didn't realize that this had this capability until I bought the little guy, is that let's say you listen 15 minutes into a podcast that's 30 minutes long, and you kind of, just decided you wanted to hear the other podcast for some bizarre reason for a little bit. Okay, so you go off, do that, let's say for 20 minutes, and then, you have to stop. So, okay, you're in the middle of two podcasts. Okay, it could happen. Most MP3 players won't let you do anything with that other than remember the last one you were at. Then the one that you're first listening to, well, you'll have to start from the beginning and push fast forward and find it again, right? But with the little shuffle, it actually bookmarks both of them. So you listen to the one that you're at till the end, you go back to the first one, and it actually remembered where you were, and you listen to that one to the end. So hey, that's pretty good. So yeah, very good. But now, Mr. Steve Jobs seems to want to have things his way when it comes to iTunes and the iPod Shuffle. And the problem that I found is that you can't order your podcasts. You put them on there, onto iTunes. Okay, you copy them over onto your little iPod, and then you go, okay, well, since there's no screen and I can't really navigate, let's say I want to put 3 episodes of, Fat, if there were an audio version, maybe there will be at some point. I want to hear those first, then I want to hear, these other ones, right? Well, now in his wisdom, you are actually allowed to move these things around on the iTunes screen, and it shows you the order that you've selected. But as soon as you take the shuffle, or even other iPods, I don't know, I haven't tried it with the other iPods. You take it out of the dock, you push play, and it's some bizarro order that I have no idea what order it is. It doesn't seem to be in chronological order that I could determine. It's not the order that I copied them onto the shuffle, and it's not the order I selected. I don't know what order that is. And no, it's not on the shuffle mode. Okay, I know better than that. There is a shuffle mode, and actually, it doesn't play podcasts in the shuffle mode, which is kind of cool. I like that one little weirdness of the shuffle. So basically, you can put in podcasts and you can put in music. And if you put it in shuffle, it only plays the music. If you put it on linear, whatever the opposite of shuffle is, you end up just hearing the podcasts first and then the music, which is fine. If only I could order my podcast, that would be a nice thing. I don't know what's going on. But anyway. So the next thing I want to show you is something that I have discovered, is that headphones tend to tangle a lot, as you've seen here, right? Now, that's not good. And especially if you like wind them up, they really tangle. But I've discovered there's another little feature of the shuffle that makes it quite handy for not getting anything tangled again. And what you do is you stick this part of your headphone into the socket. You depress the clip, okay, or you press. Which is it? Press or depress? I guess that would be depressing. So you press the clip, you start winding, okay? You do that, and then when you get to the end, what you want to do is just kind of clip the end like that, right? Okay, it doesn't look beautiful, but you know what? You stick this in your pocket, your bag, wherever, and it'll jostle, but it'll stay like this. And then watch this. This is the cool part. You want to listen? You go like this. I hope this is in camera. Look at that. No tangles whatsoever. You just put these little guides into your ears. Clip it on, you're good to go. How good is that? Anyway, enjoy some more Dingo's Grooves by Baby by that band I mentioned earlier. Goodbye.